Hi everyone, welcome back to episode 4 of I Thought You'd Never Ask the podcast. Now y'all, once again, if you're watching me on YouTube, you're gonna see that there is no video feed. If you thought that I was behind last week, I am way more behind this week. It is currently 10:56 a.m. on December 10th, 2023. And this is actually the day that this episode is going up. But I said, you know what? I'm going to get up early, get everything that I need to do done so I can film and edit and upload this podcast all in one fell swoop. Y'all not going to get me. So in the spirit of doing things all the way the fuck backwards, I'm going to be doing my life updates, which I normally do at the end of every episode right now. So without further ado, let's just get into it. Why don't we? So, just recently, not even just recently, y'all, literally last night, it was like 10 p.m. I finished my last final of the semester. So my fall 2023 college semester is finally over. This is technically my 4th semester because I did do like the entirety of summer, which normally summer at my school is 6 weeks and then 6 weeks. And then there's one that's like 18 weeks, but I did the whole 18-week summer. I regret it real bad, but you know what? We got it over with. So this is technically my 4th semester. I'm a year ahead. And doing so many like semesters and so many classes, yeah, I'm kind of like burnt out on school. I am just so done. It just takes up so much time. And it's not that like my major's hard or anything, but just the fact that you have to be in school. Like when they really say you're doing 16 credit hours and that is equivalent to 16 hours in real life, y'all, they meant that shit. So now that it's over, next semester, I'm going to be doing 12 credits. So that's like the minimum for full time. That's literally the least I've ever done in a semester. So I really want the break. I want the more time. Like I want more time to work on videos, to work on this podcast. This way next week you guys can have a video and not just me talking through a microphone, and then you guys just see like the little audio waves, which I thought that was pretty cool. But if y'all watched it, let me know. And another thing that I think every single time I finish a semester is the fact that I do not want to go to school in person anymore. If I could do online school for the rest of my major, that is exactly what I would do. Now, does that mean that I just wouldn't work anymore in person and that I wouldn't go out and socialize? Absolutely not. But I just really hate going to school in person. I don't know what it is about just being in a classroom for like 3 hours, sometimes an hour and a half, 2 hours. It's just not for me. And I mean that in the sense that it's like I can learn so much better by myself. And I've proven that time and time again because my entire summer semester was online. I did 4 online classes. I got A's on all of them, albeit they were easy classes. But even if I would have to teach myself like concepts or like math problems and things like that, I feel like I would have gotten it done. And it's just one of those things that like I've always just like, if I could do school online, not even like, I don't think I would have liked to have done homeschool when I was in like grade school and stuff like that. But now that I'm in college, it's just like I can do so much more with my time if all I had to do was class online. Like I could go to work, go home, do whatever errands I need to do whatever I got to do. Then nighttime comes, it's time to do schoolwork. It's time to do homework. And it's like, it just works so much better for me because I really like the day to be productive, like the daytime to be productive, and just being in school and just like learning these concepts for the first time without even like applying them, because you don't really do like worksheets or anything in class. It's just one of those things like it's not for me. Mind you, I have 3 out of my 4 classes next semester in person, but one of them is hybrid, so it's going to be every other week. And then the other 2 are just like in person, but it's like I don't really mind because I feel like they're classes that I'm going to excel in anyway. So with that being said, I'm just going to have a lot more time, and then next semester I'm going to have even more time. I just want to like, I don't know, enjoy myself, enjoy my time. I don't want to be in school all the fucking time. And also being in school for so long, like once I'm there like all day, I'm just like, fuck, I want to go home, and I'm not really the most social. So that is going to be changing very soon, hopefully. And with the new time that I have now, I have like a month off of school. Like obviously I'm still going to be working, but like with the month that I have off school and the 2 weeks that I'm going to have off of work, y'all, I'm going to be the biggest thrift store rat. So recently I've just been wanting to like spice up my room like more. And one of the things that I'm thinking that I really want is a reading chair, like one of those like high back, like velvet plush reading chairs, so I could put it in the corner of my room. I think that would just make it such like a good thing, because I'm always sitting down at my desk chair, on my office chair, and it's very comfortable because I have one of those like little like cervical pillows, so like you can sit down for hours and hours and hours and you really don't feel anything. That is one of the best things I've ever bought. If y'all are considering, or if you guys have like desk jobs, office jobs, or you're just sitting down for a long period of time, please get yourself some kind of cervical pillow. Take care of your back, take care of yourself, baby. But other than that, like I never sit on my bed to watch TV. Like I only read downstairs on the couch, and recently I only read downstairs at the couch like and it's like midnight or something, so I always end up falling asleep, and then I have to come upstairs in this like drunken stupor, and I'm just like, fuck, like I keep falling asleep, and it's really bad, especially for my sleep. Like I've been using so much eye cream just to hide the fact that I'm not really sleeping that well. So all of that I want to change, and I just want to make my room like a more inviting place. Like whenever I have like family over, like they all have to sit on the floor or sit on my bed, and it's just like, if I could just have one more thing where people could sit, or even where I could sit and just let everybody else sit wherever, that I think that would be so good. And also, like, with the way that my room is set up, the corner with which that chair would be in, it would be perfect for me to like watch TV, because like I literally have a TV for decoration here, and it's like I love watching TV, I love watching movies, but I just never ever use it. So now with those general life updates out of the way, I want to talk a little bit about the next couple of episodes for this podcast. So obviously next week's episode is going to be business as normal. It's going to be on Sunday, probably like in the afternoon, or maybe even early, since I'm going to be home pretty much all week. But the Christmas and the New Year's episodes, I don't really know how I'm going to be doing them, because those days, like Christmas Eve lands on a Sunday, so obviously New Year's Eve lands on a Sunday. So I don't know if to do my New Year's episode the day before or the day after. I feel like maybe like the first day of the year would be like really good, just because I want to bring the year in with positive vibes, talk about my resolutions, talk about what I didn't accomplish in this year, which is a lot of my list, but we're not going to talk about that right now. And then for the Christmas episode, yeah, I have a confession to make. I really don't like Christmas like that, and there's such a long story why, and I feel like it's an important story to share, just because it's like you can go from like a really deep and dark point and then like come and find so much light. But I don't know how much of that story I want to reveal, just because I know that people are going to be listening to this, and they might tie it back to the people in my life, and they're going to be like, well, didn't you hear that he said this and this? Isn't that about you? And it's like, even though it is about you, do I really want you to know? So it's just one of those things that I'm still like mulling over. I don't really know what I'm going to talk about next week, but I have a week to decide. And by the way, if y'all hear me talk about some recent ass topics today in this episode, you're going to be like, damn, that came out earlier today. How did you talk about that already? Y'all already know it's because I'm filming this the same day. But yeah, that's pretty much what's going on in my life right now. I have not very big ambitions right now, but once like the end of the month comes in and the early 2024, y'all, we are going to kick it up. Internships, YouTube videos, podcasts, everything, baby. Everything. Y'all, it is time for the haterade to come out in full force. It is time for me to talk about the restaurants that have slighted me the most this past week and for the past couple of years. Starting off with Panera Bread. Baby, that lemonade, toxic, murderous. 2 people have died already, and they have not thought once to put that shit like away, like retire the menu, nothing. And it's just like Panera, like if y'all really look at the ingredients in that, it's 390 milligrams, I think, for like a large charged lemonade. I have never seen, first of all, I don't drink caffeine at all. Like I drink non-caffeinated things. I have never seen anything with that much caffeine in it. I think I had it once by accident, and y'all, I was lit. But Panera, despite your faux pas and the fact that your lemonade is killing people, you are on the whacking list for getting rid of the barbecue chicken salad. Now let me set the stage for y'all. You're having a bad day. You've been working all day on campus. You went to class. You're stressed. Your hair's fucked up. Your skin is breaking out. You need peace. So you're like, you know what? I'm going to go to the Panera Bread off of campus. Okay, let's go to the Panera Bread off campus. We go to the menu. Got on the iPad. You order. You go to your pick tool. You look through all the salads. And something is missing. You look through every salad. You make sure that they didn't change the name. You look through all of the ingredients, and you notice the barbecue chicken salad is gone. Y'all, let me tell you, that was one of the freshest, most peaceful, most happiness inducing, dopamine detoxing, I don't know what the fuck. That was the most everything. Like, you would eat that salad and your life would just be different. Oh my god, like, y'all, like this one really hurt me. Like, they really slighted me in getting rid of this fucking salad. Like, y'all, like, I don't even know what to say. Like, they have just done me so wrong in getting rid of that menu item, and they've done it before. So I feel like we might have to start a Panera boycott. I haven't been to Panera since they got rid of the salad. So I'm going to stand on business and continue with the Panera boycott. Next on the list, Chili's, bitch. You were always the ride or die. Oh, you're hungry? I'm gonna go eat with my friends on campus. I'm gonna eat with my friend Gabby. Y'all know that's the real one, right? That's the real one in this story. We would go get boneless wings, and I would get a Caesar salad. Yep, because you need to eat your vegetables, all that bullshit. Tell me why I go this weekend. I'm like, you know what? I really am craving Chili's. I really want Chili's. Everybody else at work, they got their big Southwest salad, their Santa Fe salad. I got my boneless wings and a Caesar salad because I was like, you know what? I'm going to be true, not new. Tell me why these bitches gave me chicken nuggets and dipping sauce. Oh, hell nah. Now, look, I already knew that the boneless wings are probably just chicken nuggets dipped in the sauce. But baby, you need to please dip it for me. I don't care if the styrofoam thing gets dirty. Please dip the thing for me. Like, how dare you? How very dare you? The fries were steak fries, so they were kind of like stale as fuck. And then they just gave me chicken nugget. Like, no matter which way you put it, it was not going to be dipped completely. Chili's, fuck you. JK. I'll probably be back next week or something. Like, that's just how I am. Number 3, Denny's. Y'all, it has been 6 motherfucking years since I've been to a Denny's, and I will never step foot in there again. Let me tell you the story. So, the year prior, my brother and his girlfriend and I, we all went to go bowling, and we went to Denny's after for his birthday. It was very fun, very cute, very this, very that. Okay, we're going to try it again this year. So, we finished bowling. I think I lost. Whatever. It's not my birthday. I don't need to win. But then, we go to Denny's. The same Denny's we had been to the year prior. We go up to the hostess and we're like, hey, can we get a table for 3? And she's like, yeah, you guys, but it's gonna be like a 20-30 minute wait because the restaurant's really full right now. Turn your head to the left, turn your head to the right, look straight. This bitch is fucking empty. Red flag number 1. Y'all, at that point we should have been like, let's get the fuck out of here. Anyway, we tell the lady, oh, but there's empty seats right there. She's like, oh, okay, you can sit down. Okay, whatever. We sit down. We order our food. I order a hamburger and a milkshake. The first thing that always comes out is the drinks. Okay, whatever. I'm waiting for my milkshake. All of a sudden, I hear this guy sing, da 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 da. Here's your milkshake. Here's your milkshake. All the stupid bullshit. And then when he sets down the milkshake, he said, here's your milkshake. Don't order another one because I don't want to bring it to you. And I was just like, what the fuck? Like, honestly, like, if he was having a bad day or something, valid. But it's just like, baby, I don't really need to know about all of this. I don't want to know. You could just bring the salad. You could just bring the milkshake and be like, here's your milkshake. You could do it in the most like monotone voice ever. I wouldn't give a fuck. But you told me not to order another one. At that point, I wanted to order another one, but I wasn't the one paying, and I didn't have money at the time. So I was like, you know what? Let me just stick with this. And be non-confrontational. We order the food. Yo, the worst food I've had in my life. I felt like they put like acid in that food or something, because every time I took a bite, I would just laugh and laugh and laugh and laugh at how bad it was. And then I don't know what the fuck happened, but maybe inflation was really bad that year. That food was so fucking expensive for such a bad experience that we have. I promise you, every time I think about the story, I just have to laugh. And I've never been again. And by proxy, I really don't like IHOP anymore. Like, if you want to give me some like good breakfast food, some good diner food, take me to Cracker Barrel or Waffle House. I'm just not with the bullshit anymore. I know IHOP is like kind of like a little more like, you know, like a little more upper echelon, but I'm not risking anymore. Y'all will not make me a fool anymore. Next on the list is Chick-fil-A. And for Chick-fil-A, I have 2 words. Fuck you. Fuck you. I don't really eat there, but it's just like, I just really don't like Chick-fil-A. So I am praying on their downfall. If any Chick-fil-A executive is hearing this, don't call me up for a sponsorship. Don't call me up for a partnership. It's not going to happen. It's not going to happen. I'm not going to be posting an apology video in 20 years. I'm so sorry for what I said. No, fuck Chick-fil-A. But in saying so much negativity and putting so much negativity out there, we need to give the flowers to the fast food restaurant that has always been by my side. And that is my main bitch, Panda Express. No matter where you go, maybe it doesn't matter what you order, but no matter what you order, everything there is good. It's always fresh. It's always good. It's always warmed up. They always treat you good. I've never been to a Panda Express where they treat you bad. Like, sometimes they'll even put in a little extra when they know you. Panda Express is that bitch that every one of these restaurants wishes they were. Now, Panera and Chili's, they can still get their comeback, But Denny's and Chick-fil-A, you're done. You're done. So for the second to last segment of today's episode, we just had a very absurd topic of conversation. Now we're gonna have a very serious one, and then for the last segment, I'm going to shed the character and just really talk to y'all. Like, if you need to hear what I'm gonna say in the last segment of this podcast, then it's for you, baby. What's for you is for you. But one of the things that I have been thinking about when watching commentary YouTubers, because that's like the content that I consume the most, I just see how so many of these content creators are so money hungry and they become clout chasers. Like, I think I've always had this idea that when you base your career on always being right, on having people like you because you're always right, the moment that you fuck up, it just becomes so much worse on you, because you sort of make yourself this paragon of being right, and you strike down those that are wrong. And when someone's wrong, they kind of have to answer to you, because you're the one that's going to call them out and point out their fallacies and their arguments and all that stuff. And it's one of those things where it's obviously none of us are perfect. So when you build this career and this persona about always being right, you're honestly doing such a big disservice to yourself. And there's a few YouTubers that I see, not huge commentary YouTubers, video essays. I feel those are in a different, they're not cut from the same cloth as the people that I'm talking about right now. But I've seen this trend in commentary channels that so much of their thing is oh, you only want to come for me because you want clout, or oh, you only want to come for me because you want to make money. And it's all of these people hold very traditional, well, not, I don't want to say traditional, but I feel the ones that I watch, they're traditionally more leftist content creators. And I don't really watch a lot of conservative content creators, because that era of my life passed many years ago and was very short-lived, because I just didn't believe anything that they said. But I'm seeing a trend now with more leftist content creators, and especially ones that they do not really the get rich quick scheme, but they do these I feel the way that I can describe it is how Beyonce said that people don't really release bodies of work anymore. They just release quick singles. They sell quick singles, they burn out, they put out another one. These are the type of content creators that I'm talking about, the ones that they have to find something every day to talk about, something new to talk about, and they just end up regurgitating the same points, because at the end of the day, there's only so much that you can say about a certain topic before it gets contrived. And I feel these people have become the left wing grifters, if that makes any sense, because you're making these videos in this light, because you know that they get a lot of views and that the algorithm favors them, and that you all hop on the same subjects, so the algorithm can pick you up and you can make a few dollars, which is fine. I feel if you're a content creator and you want to make money off of it, and you are making money off of it, obviously I'm not gonna knock your hustle. But it's just one of those things where it's you are only talking about things that are gonna be seen on the algorithm, and it, to me, it just seems very disingenuous, because it's you're only talking about things to make the money. And I feel it goes against so much of the things that you preach, stop, to not be as greedy, to not be as money hungry. And it's just you're out here doing the same things. Your videos have a million sponsorships, you have 1,000,001 channels for this and that, and then it's just you post the same things over and over and over again. And I feel the communities of the people that watch these videos, they're very, and I don't really like this thing when it comes to describing people, but these people are very chronically online. You could tell that these people their whole thing is okay, I'm gonna wake up, find some shit on TikTok to talk about, put it on thing, and then we'll talk about it on Twitter. Everything about these people revolves around just being online. And I feel I did used to be this kind of person, and I did want to make videos about this type of things, but not anymore. And the reason is that I have taken so many long breaks from YouTube and the internet in general, that it's just you really do have to have a balancing act. And only doing things for the money and not for the love of it, it comes off so disingenuous. And a lot of these YouTubers are actually being called out for lying, for making bandwagons on people that they cover, for lying, just straight up lying and taking everything that they do as facts. So it's just something very interesting that I'm seeing, and it's something that I'm distancing myself. Now I'm I watch more vloggers, more gaming content creators, more things like that. And it's just it's one of those things that I'm realizing. It's commentary YouTube is changing a lot again, but I feel it's 2016 all over again. But instead of coming for people pyrocynical and people that would target kids, and it's we're going through the same exact thing. People are just punching down, and it's finally gotten to the point where it's catching up to them, and it's wow, you really are only in this for the money. So y'all, for this last segment, I really just want to not strip down, but I just want to strip away the character of Gio and just come to you guys as Julian, as the person, the one that is behind the scenes, the one that's always planning and doing things. And you know, like when you see people that like they reach like 100 followers, or like they post something and it gets 100 views and this and that, and then it's like when they reach such small numbers, like they're like, for example, you get 100 subscribers and people are like, I would never think that I would have gotten to 100 subscribers. It's kind of one of those things that it makes me very like sad in a way, because to me it seems like you don't really like expect much to come of like what you're doing. And I'm the type of person that like, if you want to start reading or making books, or not books about videos about books, videos about video games, videos about movies, about fashion, about everything, you really do have to believe in yourself. Like you are Alex Earl, like you're Charlie D'Amelio, like you're all of these like big YouTubers. Like I feel like if you like box yourself in to always be like, oh, I'm a content creator, you're only going to be a content creator. Oh, I'm an influencer, people are only going to see you as an influencer. So I feel like for me, like when I think about myself, it's like I can never like think of myself in like such like small terms. Like I think of myself like so ambitiously, and sometimes I'm like, damn, like am I fucking like on crack or something for like believing that I'm gonna be like this big star? And the answer to that question is no. And I feel like I always want other people to feel like that with me. Like if you tell me like your dreams, your aspirations, or that you want to start a project, I promise you that I will be there 110%. You have 1 subscriber, that subscriber is me. You have 100, I'm one of those 100. You have 1 million, I'm the first one. I'll be like, I'm your biggest fan, I was your number one, I was this, I was that. You have no subscribers, you didn't tell me, or I died or something. That's a little bit more morbid, but it's like, it's one of those things where it's like I want to like foster an environment for people where they can come to me and tell me, oh, this is what I want to do, this is like what I want to pursue. And it's like I want them to feel comfortable with me, so I can tell them like, yes, like absolutely, like you can, like I want to motivate you, I want to inspire you, I want to help you, like I just want to be part of the process. And I feel like for me, like I really do love the process just as much as I love the product. And I feel like for some people it takes a while to get to that point where you're like, oh, like I want to do something, but I don't really know how it's gonna go. It's like you need to go into it at 110% in the beginning. If nothing happens, okay, but if you do find success, keep going, always keep going, never give up until you like obviously see yourself like losing too much, like losing way more than what you're putting in. Like obviously in those situations, like, you know, like okay, like I gotta tap out. But it's just like I hate seeing people like think of themselves like so small, you know. Like I want you to think of yourself that you can pass that class, you can ace that test, you can get that job, that you can make this money and save up for the things that you want, that you can travel, that you can get the clothes that you've been saving up for years, that you can get the products that you want, that you can get everything that you want. I want people around me to think that way, not because it's self-serving to me, because I genuinely like seeing people succeed, and I like seeing people reach new heights. Because if anything, it doesn't make me jealous, it inspires me, because I'm like, damn, like you really went out there and you did it, and you weren't scared, and you worked and you worked and you worked, and finally you made it. So that means that if I do it, I'm gonna do it too, that I can reach the goals. And I don't mean this in the sense that you have to grind and hustle and like fucking like get 3 jobs to make your dreams come true. But I'm saying if you do what you can, and you do what you can 110%, I just feel like nobody can fault you. And if you fail, there's nothing wrong with failing. Like I feel like everybody like idolizes success. Well, obviously like success is like one of the like the best things that we can accomplish, but failure is not a bad thing. And I just want people that like no matter what, like don't dream small. Like if I say, oh, I'm gonna get 1,000 likes on this video and I have 10 followers, it still doesn't matter if I don't get the 1,000 likes. But it's like, why would I limit to myself to be like, oh, if I get 5 likes, I'll do this? No, if I get 1,000, if this video pops off and it gets 1,000, I'm gonna do the thing. So I just want everybody listening to know that if you ever have a project that you want to start, or something that like you're like hesitant about doing, talk to me, and trust me, I'll be like, yes, do it. And even if you don't do it, I will always remember, and I'll always be like, whenever you are ready to do this, my friend, I will be there to support you. Y'all, that is kind of all that I have for today. I know that today's episode is actually much shorter than I would have liked it to be. It's about like 10 minutes shorter right now. I think I've said everything I wanted to say. Like, I didn't want to miss this week's episode because I haven't even been consistent for a month. But y'all know you gotta roll with the punches, and I'm just so glad that I've stuck with this as much as I have. Hopefully we can grow this podcast to many, many more listeners and followers in the upcoming year. But yeah, thank you all so much for watching and for listening, and I'll see you all in the next episode next week. Bye.